All right, guys. As a story person, a person who's studied story at university, is currently writing a screenplay, currently writing a novel. As a story person, when I watch things like WWE, I always watch them to look at the stories and see how the stories could be done better, and see what can be done with certain characters. When I started this video, when I originally thought of the idea for this video, my first title was Bobby Lashley. What should we do with him? Because I listened to a podcast by I can't remember whose podcast it was, but I think the guest was Booker T, and Booker T was talking about how he doesn't really see how Bobby Lashley has improved since his first tenure with the company. He seems to have come back right in the same position as he was when he left, and he doesn't really see what's happened and what's the improvement, and what does WWE do with him. So I started thinking to myself, what would you do with Bobby Lashley? Pardon me, guys, there's noise going on. There's like a truck outside. I'm not sure if you can hear it on the camera, but if you can, I apologize. But yeah, what would you do with him? And I got to thinking. I got into my little story writer mode, and I started thinking, what would you do with him? And I was like, I don't know what you want to do. I mean, you can't. He still can't really speak on the microphone. Well, he hasn't spoken yet, but I watched him in TNA not long ago, and he's still the same guy on the microphone. He hasn't really got a great personality. He still doesn't have any charisma. He's just a freak athlete. I mean, the scariest thing he's done so far since he's been back is damn near kill Big Cass, which was terrifying. To be honest with you, it's pretty terrifying. I even heard a suggestion that he might take on Brock Lesnar eventually. I don't want to see that. That's just going to be a whole repeat of Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, and I don't even mean the one they had recently. I mean that's like Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar 2004 WrestleMania 20. Like that's that. I don't want to see that. I definitely don't want to see that. Especially now that Brock Lesnar seems to be unable to like keep himself up for more than 3 or 4 minutes. And he only has like 2 or 3 moves now. I don't know what's wrong with Brock Lesnar. He literally doesn't want to do anything nowadays. Anyway, that's a whole nother different video. But I was like, what do you do with him? What do you do with a guy like that? And I thought to myself, well, he's not the only wrestler who has that problem. There's 2 other black wrestlers who have exactly the same problem as what Bobby Lashley has. Except for they don't have the stupid headband. What's with the headband? What's with that weird headband that he wears? Does he like sweep up dojos after the show? I feel like he must teach like self-defense at some class, after the shows. I don't really... The headband, I don't get what he's doing. Could they at least like have like something on the front that can make it like merchandise, like somebody can make us like some kind of merch? It's just like the most. Anyway, sorry, I know it's a sweatband, but I just have this image of him sweeping up dojos after. Anyway, yeah, there's 2 other guys who have the same problem as him. You have Shelton Benjamin, who has always had all the gifts in the world, and just never seemed to be able to get over personality-wise. Never been the best on the microphone. And Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is exactly the same. That's probably why they put him with Titus O'Neil, because he's a guy who's physically amazing. He just doesn't seem to have the charisma to get himself over personality-wise. So you have 3 guys there. 3 guys who just seem to have all the in-ring ability and skill to do amazing things, but personality-wise, they can't seem to do anything. In terms of charisma wise, but what's like the complete opposite of these 3 guys? The complete opposite is New Day. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E. These 3 guys have got over with the biggest charisma. Like, they're throwing pancakes, bootios. They're out with the colourful uniforms, and they're out with the damn like gospel music when they come out. Like, these guys have got over like 90% on personality, and and without a doubt, they can wrestle. They're really good in the ring, and they have great chemistry. But man, they're over. They're like the complete opposite of those three. And I was like, well, New Day are not doing anything at the moment. They, you know, you have the Usos. They just had an amazing, you know, feud with Usos, and now it's like, it really is Usos and the Bludgeon Brothers. What are you going to do with Bobby Lashley? I don't really know. What are you going to do with Shelton Benjamin? Don't really know. What are you going to do with Apollo Crews? You haven't done anything with Apollo Crews for ages. So, why can't we do it? I think it's time for the Black Civil War. I think it's time. I know they're on, you know, different people on different shows. You can fix that. You can put them on the same show. It's fine. You know, WWE can do it. They make up the rules as they go along. You could have a great civil war. You can have this where you have these three guys who get together. Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They get together and they say, you know what? We're tired of being disrespected and looked down upon because we don't want to, you know, shuck and jive. Basically, they can look New Day in the eye and say, you know what, guys? You got over for cooning. You can say it. Why not say it? I'm not personally saying that New Day are cooning. I'm just saying that could be the storyline. You guys are cooning. You guys are shucking and jiving, throwing out pancakes and this, you know, bootios and cereal and all of the stuff you guys been doing, playing instruments and come on. You know, you guys got over by being coons and basically saying, New Day, you are sellouts. And that could be the entire storyline. And you can bake those three guys into a type of new nation of domination. They could really be that. It's just, you know, really strong characters, and, you know, they don't talk that much. They're just here for business, here to kick somebody's ass and leave. And then they take on the happy three guys of New Day. It'll be amazing. It could be a really, really good storyline because New Day are amazing, and I think, and those guys are amazing in the ring, man. People keep talking about the amazing things Kofi Kingston does, mate. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Shelton Benjamin in a Money in the Bank match, but if you ever have time, go check that out. He done some. Shelton Benjamin was amazing. Apollo's pretty damn good as well, and Bobby Lashley's just a physical beast. So I mean, it could really be something special. I think if they played that storyline correctly, that could really be something special. And why not, man? With you know, with Black Panther and, you know, and everything else that's going on in the cinema and the movement, it would be perfect time. Why not? Why not push these two sides and make it a big battle? And then Avengers is in the cinema as well. Come on, do it, do it. I think it would be pretty cool. And I don't know what WWE's plans are for Big E, but I think that this could even lead to. I don't know if they're ever gonna let him be singles and let him be at the top, because I don't understand. Like, if you let's be honest, Big E is good on the mic, charismatic, strong as heck, fast. He's got all the things to be a top guy in the company. So I don't really know why he's not being pushed as that. Probably because, you know, New Day are so amazing as a group. But he could still be a New Day and go and do something on his own. But what I'm saying is, this could really elevate all of them. I don't see how it could harm anybody. It's not going to harm New Day. It could be a great storyline for them, and it gives you something to do for, you know, Shelton Benjamin something to do. It gives Apollo Crews something to do. He hasn't had a storyline. When was the last time Apollo Crews had a really good storyline? Has he ever? Has Apollo Crews ever had an amazing storyline on WWE since he's been on the main shows? I don't think he has. So I'd love to see that, this kind of nation of domination versus these shucking and jiving, cooning guys, and just go to war and just. I think it would be a really, really interesting storyline that can really capture the imagination if it's done well. But that being said, if they have these three guys who are really strong and don't want to talk too much and they want to be this kind of national domination kind of thing, who would then be their spokesman? I think they would need a spokesman, you know, because I think they need a, you know, there's a lot. Basically, all those three guys need a Paul Heyman type of guy. They need a spokesman, and I'd like to know, for you guys watching the video, if they were to do that and they needed somebody who's going to speak for them, who would you like? Who would you think would work the best? You could say Titus O'Neil. He could be in it and be the main speaker. But I really think Titus O'Neil needs to watch his step these days. Seems a little unsure of himself. I think there are, you know, other people who could do that. I was going to say Teddy Long, but it can't be Teddy Long because Teddy Long is Mr. Shucking and Jiving himself. He would probably be more on New Day side, you know, holla, 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 yeah. Yeah, I don't think I should do that again, you know, so I don't know how he would be the best person, but I don't know, what would you think? What do you guys think of that idea as a storyline? Do you think it could work? And how would you like to tweak it? Would there be other characters involved? Maybe some of the guy from Cruiserweight division? Yeah, what do you think about that idea as a storyline, this type of civil war kind of thing between the two sides? Do you think it would work? How would you like it to run? How would you like it to end? What would you like to happen after that? Let me know in the comments, and I'm really eager to hear what you have to say. So yeah, that's me. Peace.